Push the video.
On your best behavior. On your best behavior. On your best behavior. Need you to be on your best behavior. On your best behavior. On your best behavior. Need you to be.
Hello everyone, it's Myrrie
and Esther.
and we are with Bestest Care Behavioral Homes. Also, I am co-owner of Bestest Care Consulting. So I do have a special guest today. As you can see, this is not Kay. She's a little bit younger than Kay now.
A whole lot, a little bit.
But this is Esther. Esther, tell us who you are.
So I am Esther Kparyea, and I am the Chief Clinical Officer of Bestest Care Behavioral Homes.
Let me sit up straight. I gotta sit up straight because this is my boss. Yes, Esther joined the team as our Chief Clinical Officer. A little over a year ago.
Yes, and yes, August made 1 year.
And we are so happy to have her. But I am going to sit up straight because she's my boss. No. So I just wanted to have Esther on to give us a little information about her and how she ties into the business. So you guys can hear about our business from somebody else's perspective. So I'm going to start by asking Esther, how did you get started in social work?
Okay, so when I was younger, I wanted to be a doctor, and so I was going in school. I got to organic chemistry and physics 2 and some of those other classes, and I was like, I don't want to be a doctor, so what can I be? So I actually had an advisor at school who told me to take an intro to social work class, and I was like, I don't want to be no social worker because all they do is they take your kids away and they don't make no money. And she told me to try it because she felt like I would be really good at it because I'm a problem solver by nature. And I took it and I fell in love. So I ended up getting a bachelor's in social work. I got a master's in social work. And now I am a licensed clinical social worker, which is a license that you get after you do 2 years of supervised practice. So they know that you're competent and you're able to do the work that you've been assigned to do. So, and I've been a licensed clinical social worker now for about 7 years.
Wow. And she only looks 12.
And so far in social work, I have worked in lots of different positions, but the positions that I liked the most were in crisis and in psychiatric hospitals, and that really transitioned me to doing group home work. So prior to Bestest Care, I ran a psychiatric hospital, and when I was in that position, I just felt really passionate about getting people prior to them going into crisis, so being a part of the step down, so that we can keep people out of institutions, and so that is where my passion for the work that we do at Bestest Care really grew from.
Awesome. See, look, we did good, didn't we? So, I know you have a lot of experience, did some great things. So what actually brought you to Bestest Care, and what made you choose us over all the many people that wanted to hire you?
There were several things. Like I said, I am a problem solver by nature, and so
We had a lot of problems.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
Okay.
No, but Best Care was a company that was expanding, and they were expanding quickly, and so I felt like it was the perfect time, sort of like, so Kay and Myrrie, they had set a lot of the groundwork because they have been in business for a couple of years, and they had worked out some kinks. And so it was really time to go to the next level. And so that is what I feel like I bring to the table, as I'm a catalyst for ideas and different things. So we can fix whatever issues there were, so that we can really, expand and grow. And so I was really attracted by that piece, because they were small enough that I knew I could make a big impact, and it wouldn't, because sometimes changing the culture or making an impact in like a huge company, because I've mostly worked for like major companies like the VA and different things like that, it's a little harder, and you have to sort of just make small changes in your own department. But with Best Care, they were small enough that I knew I could make big changes, but big enough that we could really expand and go to the next level. And so I like that. Like I said, I liked that they, Kay and Myrrie, they are visionaries, and so they do not let anything get in their way, so nothing's too big or too impossible. I also liked that they were, I think that one of our core values at Best Care is to be coachable. And what I loved the most about them being coachable, what I love the most is that they decided to actually hire their boss. And a lot of people are not humble enough to say, like, we have done what we can do, and we have a lot of ideas and all of that, but we really need somebody to come in and focus us. And so that's probably the thing that I liked the most. It was like, okay, so you guys want me to come into your company and tell you what to do? And they're, yes we do. And they have welcomed it. And so those are the things that really made me choose Best Care.
That's awesome. Look. And the one thing I like about Esther is she's so task driven. She's very clear. So when we set out to do something, when she gives us things to do, she already has the task lines up. She makes sure that everybody's clear on what they need to do. And I like that, because like with me and Kay, we run off of telepathy.
Yes, they do.
Like, seriously, we are so in sync that we will like be asleep and we will think about something and we will run with it, and we think everybody knows, and then it causes confusion. Yes. So with Esther, she's like, no. So what we're saying is, bam, 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 bam. Everybody's clear. You're doing this. You know. So she came in and gave us that piece that we needed to grow. Because when you're not running off of telepathy, the only one that knows what's going on is me and Kay. Yes. and that doesn't work.
And that is definitely, it is amazing when it happens. Like, it's like they will come to the same conclusion independently of each other, and then we'll come into our meetings and they'll be like, oh, so we're doing this, and we're like, no one ever said that we were doing that. Who said that? And I'm like, did you guys talk last night? No, we didn't talk. We just know, because this is how we flow. That's Kay. And I'm like, well, that's not how we flow. You need to let us know.
She checks us a lot. Yes. But in this last year, we have grown. Yes. We have basically doubled. So I think we were at about four houses when she came on. Now we're at 8, and we're going to even a higher level. Yes. So I'm so glad that we have Esther on. And she likes me better than Kay, but don't tell Kay. No, I'm just playing. So I tend to get my way. No, I'm kidding.
She gets her way because she's the money.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so what is, I guess, in your experience over the last year, just thinking back, what is one positive that you just want to point out about Best Care? If we were recruiting somebody, what is one positive, and then what is a negative
Okay.
One negative. That's it. No.
So I will start with the negative first, so that we can end on a positive note. So the negative about working for Best Care personally is not necessarily unique to Best Care. I just think when you work in the behavioral health field, all experience is not created equal. And so lots of companies, big and small, have issues with recruiting great staff and retaining great staff.
Yes.
Because Best Care recruits for sure, but so retaining really, solid staff, and then also staff that fit into the culture. Myrrie has really worked hard to make the culture of Best Care more like family oriented, as far as like she wants people to know that Best Care has your back, even more than I'm comfortable with. Sometimes I'm just like, no, they're not our friends, they're our employees. but she is a people person. She's all about relationship. Yeah. And so finding people who really can fit into that culture and not take advantage of that sort of friendly atmosphere, I feel like that has been the biggest negative that I can say with working with Best Care. So it really doesn't have anything to do with Best Care. It just has to do with I know a lot on their, on their podcast, they talk about, how this is a lucrative business and all of that, but we have to remember that the work that we do is challenging work. Yes. So, and we work with people, and people can be unpredictable, and we work with people who are just now transitioning from psychiatric hospitals and all of that. And so while it's amazing and all of that, but there are some realities. And so with that, you have to make sure that you're finding good quality people. So yes. That's the negative. And then the positive with working with Best Care is Best Care, mostly Kay and Myrrie. Like I said, Kay and Myrrie are visionaries. And so they are great about tapping into a person's potential. They are great about, I would say that they're kingdom builders, so they are really good about helping people find out what they're good at and then somehow use that skill to better Best Care. But they have done it time and time again. Best Care promotes from within, which is great because it's nice to have people who already know the structure, who then become in leadership. They really value opinions of their staff. So not just me. I know I was hired to be their boss, but still, but there are several people who have come up with ideas and we've run with it. A thing that I can think of, we have one of our staff members created a training manual, and Best Care has been behind it 10,000%. We are full force going, implementing it. We are spending money to do some marketing. We are just like, if you feel like you have something to offer, Kay and Myrrie, they will push it. They will push it. They will move it. They will back you. They will support you. They will give you tips. They will coach you. And I like that because we are employees, we get a lot of the stuff that they charge people for. We get a lot of their knowledge for free. So that's what I love about working for Best Care.
Yes, we believe in pouring into people.
Yes.
I love it.
And they will turn you into an entrepreneur, right, whether you want to be or not. Lord, right. they will be like, nope. They'll say like, you're doing that? You better charge somebody. You better charge people for it.
Because why not make money off of your talent? If it's something that you're already doing, make some extra money off of it. We want everybody to succeed. We want everybody to build up their funds. We want everybody in our business to be successful.
And that's the other thing that I would say is that they sometimes people at the top, we've seen in the past where people have, let's say like a company gets stimulus from the government or something, and then these CEOs get like major bonuses or whatever. Best Care, they do not do that. Best Care is all about really sharing the wealth and sharing the knowledge, and so they're always trying to assist us in building our own personal brands. Like it's like there's no competition. So they don't mind that actually all of us have other things that we're doing, because they also have other things that we're doing. And I've never felt like they were like, no, you have to focus everything on Best Care because Best Care is the most important. They always say, as you guys build and you guys bring in people, then that's just going to help Best Care, because when your name is good in the community and you're connected to Best Care, then Best Care's name is good in the community. And it has worked mutually that, you know, when we get clients or different things in our own personal, then lots of times those things translate over to, well, how can Best Care be a part of helping people, whether that is owning group homes, just different things. Myrrie helps like create LLCs, all type of stuff. So it's like, since I have been with Best Care the last year, even my friends have been elevated because their reach goes really far, and they are all about pouring into people's lives.
Wow. So speaking of entrepreneurship, what do you have going on now since you've been with Best Care?
Oh, wow. So, yes. So I started a company, and it's called Effective Fulfillment, and that was just like a little side hustle, but you can't do anything small when you are next to such greatness.
We like, get out there. No.
So Effective Fulfillment has grown to assisting group homes. Actually, I have a couple of things now. I own my own group home now, which is Effective Homes. I have Effective Fulfillment Clinical Services, where I help group homes. Also, I do clinical supervision, and just those sort of things. I'm also through a connection. It wasn't necessarily like Best Care, but through the connection that I have with the Kay and Myrrie, I'm also the president of an investment group. It's just like they like it, because if you have a skill, they're gonna find a way for you to make money at it. Yes. So yes, and it has been really amazing. My husband, he was deployed in Afghanistan, and it was really nice because when he's a reservist, so when he is not doing military work, he was over the road. But Best Care has allowed me to grow my business in such a way that when he came back, now he is just working the business, so he's able to be home and raise our daughters, because my youngest daughter didn't even know him, but he's able to be home and raise our daughters and not be on the road. And all of that is thanks to the guidance and leadership that I have received from Best Care. So
this is what I live for. I love it. Yes. I love it. We love to pour into other people and just show people that you can literally take any skill or talent that you have, and you can utilize it. Yes. And you can use it to make money for your family.
Yes. And we are always about so Best Care is a business family, but in our individual families, we have a motto in everything that we do that we're trying to change our family tree. So that is, different things that we thought we couldn't do because of where we came from, or different things like that. They do not, like I said earlier, they do not allow anything to stand in their way. And so they definitely, like I said, I feel like Kay and Myrrie are kingdom builders, and they definitely are assisting everybody who is willing to do the work, and everybody who is willing to be coachable, they are assisting all of us in changing our family tree.
I'm just getting teary-eyed. Can't she talk good? That's why we hired her. She's a good talker. But no, everything comes from the heart. That's one thing I like about Esther. She's very genuine, and she's going to tell you she's going to tell you the truth.
Yes. Yes.
So,
that's
even when it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, that's what yes, that's why I'm not necessarily always liked, but that's okay because the work gets done.
Yeah. And Kay needs somebody to fuss at her. I don't, but Kay does. No, I'm kidding. So, just to end it all, so where do you see see the company going? Where are you taking us in the near future?
So the thing that we have been working on is definitely when you are an entrepreneur, you do not create a business just so you can be an employee of that business. The thing about entrepreneurship is to provide you, financial freedom, but also time freedom and all of that. And so, and going back to, like I said, our goal really just throughout all of it is changing our family trees. So that is lots of different people. And we are all about, building wealth in minority communities and giving women opportunities that they might not have had in the past. And so Best Care, so that really is the direction in which Best Care is going. Because Kay and Myrrie and a lot of other people who work for Best Care, they have really put their time in as far as doing the work. And now we have expanded to the point that it is time for that work to be handed off and shifted to people who are ready to now change their family trees. Yes. And so that is really where we are going. So we have created an affiliate program where we are allowing people to come in and take over our homes, and we just manage it, and we do like the oversight of it. And that program has been pretty successful, and so we're expanding that, and so that is definitely a major focus. And then we were in group homes, so we were in small facilities, but you have to go higher, right? After you have successfully cornered a market, you should never say we've arrived. You should never get too comfortable. Right. And Kay and Myrrie are not the type of women to be comfortable anyway. So we're also expanding into, we are talking about facilities and some other different things like that. But the main thing that I really like is there are some gaps in services in the state of Arizona, as far as there are certain levels of care that are available, but then there are levels of care that are not available. And so we are working to figure out how we can somehow fill those gaps and fill those services. And because I know that they have said it lots of times before, they really got into this business as a passion project because of their older sister, and so they're not in it just for the money or because it's lucrative, because they're really trying to change people's lives. And so I'm very passionate about us trying to develop strategies to fill those gaps.
Man, she makes it sound so good. I could have never worded it like that. But no, I am so glad that she had the time out of her busy schedule to come and sit down with me, just so you guys can see that even though we own the business, we do have a boss. We have someone to answer to. Mm-hmm. And she is taking us places we didn't even dream that we could go. So I'm so excited. I'm so in love with my boss. I hope that's not sexual harassment. No, I'm just playing. But I am. I'm so excited about where she's taking us. And I'm so glad that you guys had the time to come in and to see, really what Esther is doing with Best Care. So you just see it's not just me and Kay. This is our leadership, and she's 12 years old. No, I'm just playing.
But great leaders know how to delegate, and so
Yes.
Kay and Myrrie have definitely hired a good team.
That's right. So, thank you guys for watching our podcast, BOYBB.
Yes.
In Kay's absent, she's traveling right now. I hope she got to see her grandbaby, her new grandbaby. And don't forget, you guys, watch the video, share the video, make sure you subscribe, and if you have anything you want to comment or any questions, just make sure you feel free to do that. We are very prompt about getting back to you. Well, I guess that's it. Like I always say, you guys, be a blessing to someone else.
Have a good one.